So let's start there because I work on the sales side and I know how sales guys are. They are very coin operated. And when they hear partnerships, they think leads. And they don't always get that it should be a give and a take. And I see partnerships as give first. That's a good way to start establishing trust. So let's start there. Let's start with give what you can. Like, what does that actually look like in practice? And think about boutique brands or startups, people who don't have gusto level of leads coming in.
Yeah, that could be a tough position because you're very eager to, partner with whoever you can to generate leads. It's like when you're looking for a job, if you're asking everybody for a job, the wall's going to go up and you're not going to find it, but if you ask, do you know anyone looking for someone, with talents like mine, then you might get somewhere. But yeah, I also have a, pay it forward, give first approach as a way to, as you said, build trust. And I think in the beginning, it's, talk to everybody you can, but you can waste a lot of time because it's like dating. Although, you know, I
It's been
haven't
a while.
dated in 25 years, but, you gotta, talk to a lot of people, go on a lot of dates to really find what could work. Right. So there's some similarities there because, I've probably talked to thousands of people and, there's relatively small number that really did build a relationship with that, because the ideal is to get to some, reciprocity.
Always.
And that's not just all, hey, I've got a lead for you, or I want to make an intro for you that could lead to a sale. I've had some valuable introductions where it's been to another partner, another complementary business that they might be able to pull us into opportunities or might be a good fit for us or might even become a partner of ours, to do some things that we need done, for ourselves or partners. So I think the key is coming at it with a giver mentality, but you don't want to become a victim. So that's where the reciprocity comes in. And it's not, you're never going to strike an even balance all the time, so,
No.
but, and then it's also there, just think even when you're starting out, you might feel like there's not a lot that you can give, but there's always knowledge, of how to solve problems that they don't have experience with, or, people that could be great sources for them, whether it be a potential lead or a partner or what have you, or maybe even a potential hire.
Mhm.
There's many ways that we
Yeah.
can offer. And as like a marketing company, if I've built a relationship with somebody and I feel like, this is imbalance, we're not providing the type of leads that we're getting, and there's things that we could do from a marketing standpoint. We can help create content, go through the brand story process, help them with their website, help them with SEO or AI search optimization. Whatever your talents are, you can offer at least guidance and advisory, if it's not a lead per se.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a huge fan of co-created content, clearly. Something you said that was helpful, like, you have something. You're a business owner or a business leader, you have some sort of knowledge. I'm a big fan of even if you have to give it away for free and ask for a case study in return or something like that, that's fine. But to understand that it's a relationship and you can't just take. And then also, some of us who are givers first, we attract the takers. I know I have. And so it's really important for me when I start a relationship or anything like that is to kind of state upfront what I'm looking for. Like, I'm willing to do this. Here's what I'm looking for. And people, by the way, say yes all the time. Okay. Obviously. But then what you have is you've got that little seed. And then when you're starting to see that things aren't working out, you can come back to that and be like, okay, I've done my thing and I haven't seen your thing. Like, what's up? So you can use the establishment of expectations in the beginning to come back to it. And I don't want to say hold accountable because they're not your employee or your child, but you can go visit that again if you need to.